Number 13. First is train high, live high. That's what we do here in Gunnison. A lot of studies found early on are wishy-washy at best. Relatively speaking, it's hit or miss with most people. This is due to the higher relative intensity of the same workouts being experienced with most people. If I were someone coming from sea level to Gunnison, if I were to want to go on my nice 5K, it would take me significantly longer at a higher workload due to the higher demand that is placed in my body at altitude. Due to this, if you want to work the same workload that you worked at lower altitude, you now have to shorten your training sessions. You can have longer training sessions, but now have to lower your workload. It's kind of these trade-offs you have to do at altitude when you're not adapted to it. Third is the longer recovery time, again, just due to the higher relative intensity that we experience at altitude. So train high, live high is beneficial, but only to a slight degree, only for people that can adapt to it. And it takes a long time to adapt and start experiencing these things. For the average person, it's just not worth it. Next is live low, train high. Training is 2 to 5 hours a day, typically 5 days a week in a hypoxic environment. There was no evidence of increase in red blood cell count or VO2 max increase, likely just due to there's not enough stimulus of the high altitude to cause a HIF-1 alpha or any of these different variables to start to work in the body. It takes typically 12 to 16 hours for these variables to start taking effect in the body. So next is live low, train low, plus hypoxic training. It doesn't do anything. There, again, as we just stated, there's not enough time for HIF-1 alpha to start to signal the body to create more red blood cells. It doesn't work. Live high, train low. This is typically, you want to live above 7,000 feet. So about Gunnison height, a little lower is acceptable, a little higher is great too. We don't want to live in Crested Butte because we don't want to probably break that 9,000 foot mark due to recovery. Then we want to train below 5,000 feet, so a little lower than Denver. This has been shown there's enough time that you're able to develop a higher red blood cell count and get that larger load available at that low altitude. So this is the best of both worlds in our reality, because this is allowing you to train at that higher intensity, these larger loads, while you're basically training in your sleep, getting that higher red blood cell count. This is currently the best method if you have the money and availability to you.